everybody. So welcome back. I hope you are all doing really well. If everything has gone to plan, you all should have just enjoyed a little Christmassy montage from my day yesterday. So yesterday was Sunday and it was the 1st of December, which can only mean one thing. This is Vlogmas. I can't believe I actually have just been watching back Vlogmas from last year. Like the first couple of videos, just to kind of get an idea of how to do this thing, because I always kind of forget. And yeah, I cannot believe it's been a year since Vlogmas. It's one of those weird ones where it feels like it's been a year and it's been so long, but also it could have been yesterday as well. So yeah, I was watching that back and can't believe how much has gone on and changed in this year. It's a year since Joe moved to London, so the first Vlogmas last year, we were packing up his room down in the south and then moving him up here, and little did you know, behind the scenes we were also looking for a place to live. So although we didn't move here until February, it was in the works for a long time. So that was a really busy and hectic time, and I remember last December there was just so much going on. So yeah, this December is gonna be hopefully just as jam-packed, but maybe not as stressful, because looking for a place to live in London, let me tell you, is the most stressful thing I've ever gone through in my life. It was a lot, but yes, we're here now. If you haven't actually joined me since last Vlogmas, I am living in London. I am so looking forward to having Christmas in London. I don't know what it is, and I feel like everybody I know is feeling this right now, but I'm so in the Christmassy mood. I am so ready for it. And I think it's got something to do with summer not being all that great. Summer last year was amazing. We had the World Cup and everyone was just in the best mood ever, and it was so warm and amazing. So yeah, you kind of didn't want summer to end and Christmas to start, but this year, having a bit of a crap summer, I feel like I've just been in the festive spirit since like late October, early November, which is good. I enjoy having that feeling. So in terms of this Vlogmas, I think we're going to keep it quite chilled as always. That is what you come here for, and hopefully what you expect from my vlogs. We already have the tree up. I didn't think it was going to happen yesterday, but we managed to go and drag ourselves home a tree, which is looking a little bit bare at the moment, but that will be decorated. Maybe tonight even. We need to get the decorations out of the loft. We have a loft here and it's a bit tricky to get into, but yes, hopefully we can do that tonight or maybe tomorrow, and then everything will be set. I'm so excited to just watch Christmas films and eat all the stuff that I've been hoarding in the cupboard for December. Schedule wise, I'm not quite sure what my schedule is going to be. I was looking at last year and I think I did 3 videos a week, 3 Vlogmas a week, but I might just film, vlog, see what I have, and then post when I can. So when I have like a substantial amount of footage to go into one video, instead of like pushing to do daily or every other day and having like a really short vlog, because I know you guys prefer a long vlog, interestingly enough. I guess we're all in the same boat there, because I quite like a long vlog too. I feel like that's all the housekeeping I wanted to do, so you're up to date on that, but I just want to do a little update of the flat, my home, because I've been filming a little bit more in this room, and I still have yet to do the full finished tour, which I would maybe try and do this month actually, because I feel like we're there, although it's going to be a bit Christmassy because things are not in the right place at the moment. I wanted to kind of just show you guys around this room and give you a little update on how things have changed since the last time I did a moving vlog, which is kind of like my home series. I'm not really showing you around here, and I had a couple of questions, so I'm just going to kind of get you up to speed on what's changed and what is new. I did actually get a new camera, which is what I just filmed that whole intro on. I'm still not sure about it. I've had a couple of videos go up using this, and I've had a couple using my original camera, which is what I'm filming on now, and I'm not 100% sure. So guys, let me know which bits of the vlog you like and which you think are better quality, because this is a big bulky thing and it's supposed to be a lot, better lens width and aperture and all big fancy words like that. So yeah, I'm still not sold on it, but if you guys are interested, this is what I've been using kind of recently. It's a Sony, which I've never had before. I'm definitely a Canon girl, so this kind of throws me a little bit. So this is me on the old camera, which I don't know if it really makes a difference. Let me know if you see one. I feel like this washes me out a little bit more than anything. So this room is looking a little bit different to how it normally does, mainly because of this giant tree. I haven't had a real tree for so long. I can't even remember the last time I had one. It's probably when I lived back at home. But the smell of this, I can't even tell you how good it smells. I feel like this is ultimate Christmas. It's so good. Yeah, we got a pretty tall one. I don't think we realized quite how tall it would be, but actually it works out because this room does have really high ceilings, and I think if it was any smaller, it might look a little bit too wee. So things right now aren't quite in the same place where they usually are, but I can kind of give you an idea of what has changed. So right now the table is very awkwardly kind of in front of the fireplace here. This fireplace doesn't actually work, which is a shame because I would absolutely love to have like a raging log fire. This fireplace is actually incredible. I love it. It's one of my favorite things about this room. So it's kind of a shame that it's covered up right now, but there was just not really anything else we could have done. We kind of moved the tree around every single spot in here and settled on it being here. I think when the lights are on and all the decorations are finished, it's gonna look so good. So yes, tree is here. This is where the table would normally be. I get quite a few questions about this table, and I bought it such a long time ago. It was in my old house. I think I got it on Wayfair, but I remember looking and they don't stock it anymore. That's where that's from. This stool though, I have purchased kind of more recently. I have a couple of chairs back here which are very cool, if not, you know, incredibly uncomfortable. But I do really like to sit on a bench or a stool type thing. So I got this one, it's from Laredo, and actually matches the table perfectly, even though they're not, you know, from the same range. And I've got an IKEA sheepskin here just to make it a little bit more comfortable and cozy. Also on here I have this amazing plate. Now a lot of questions I get mainly about like knickknacks and vases and things like that, and I have to say about 90% of the things in my house are from HomeSense, which is frustrating, I know, because you then can't find them yourself. But you know, if you have a good rummage around, you can usually find something kind of similar and just as amazing. So yeah, this big plate is so heavy. It's like a stoneware plate, and that is what I found in HomeSense. And then I have a few little knickknacks and things like that on here. This vase, HomeSense, HomeSense I think as well. Actually this one, which is like a Smokey glass vase, is from Laredo as well. This has also become the advent calendar station. We have probably a ridiculous amount of advent calendars. I have two. I have this Ferrero Rocher one, which is amazing, and this English tea shop one, which is actually really good. So I've been having like a cup of tea with my Ferrero Rocher. And then I actually got Joe this one here, which is kind of cool. It's like a whiskey advent calendar. So every day you get a little shot of whiskey, which, you know, he's into. And then the princess herself has her own advent calendar from Lily's. My dad buys her one of these every single year, and you know, she's just so spoiled. So spoiled. So over here we have this really gorgeous orange ottoman. If you follow me on Instagram, you might remember my stories from the day that I found this and tried to get it home in an Uber. It was quite a task, but I managed to get it back, minus one purse, which was lost along the way, but it was worth it. So yeah, this is also from HomeSense. It's one of those things that I just saw. I wasn't really in a position to carry it home, but I knew that it'd probably be gone by the time I got back. So I managed to snag it, which was amazing. And then this rug is also from HomeSense. I think it goes really well. The colors are so nice, and I've wanted like a Persian style rug for a really long time, but not been able to find like a color palette I really liked. So this one I think goes so well together. Joe actually chose this one, so he loves this rug. So then over here, I think this is probably the part of the room I had the most questions about. Let's start with this unit, which I honestly think is my favorite piece of furniture in this whole house. I adore it. It's from Laredo again, but this is actually a really handy like sideboard. So we've got plates and some games and Christmas presents hidden away in there. It's just nice to have like a big amount of storage in a place that doesn't really have masses of cupboards. I've got some little Harry Potter figures in here. Look, it's Dobby. There are always deals on Laredo, which is why I buy a lot of furniture from them. They always seem to have like some really good offers on. So this, I think I got at 30% off, and they usually have a code going pretty much every single day of the year. So on top of this, I have my massive Andy Warhol print, which I got at Oliver Bonus. My Marshall speaker, little Beatles picture there, which is Joe's, and then our record player, which doesn't actually work right now. I don't have the right wire for it, which is quite frustrating because we want to play like some Christmassy records, but I'll sort that out eventually. This lamp is from IKEA, and then we have a massive jar of pampas grass. I get a lot of questions again about this. Where do you buy your pampas grass? Where do you find it? I think it's a lot more readily available now. You can find it on Etsy, eBay, Amazon, but this one actually came from a bush outside my mum and dad's house. So nature gives and we receive. I've got it inside this vase, which is from Habitat, I think. I've had that for a really long time. And then if we come around here, we have pride and joy of the house, the biggest bargain we ever found, and the big sleepy fluffy dog. A lot of you asked me where I found this sofa. It's actually from a site called Cult Furniture, and for some reason, I have no idea why, because it wasn't any special time of the year, but I found this and it was better than half price. It was £600, which for a sofa this size, a velvet sofa, I think that was incredible. It's gone back up to over £1,000 now, so I have no idea why it was on such a good offer, but it was a massive, massive bargain. I kind of had some reservations about keeping velvet clean, especially with this one, but it's so easy to hoover, to wipe down. It never really marks. I think getting it in grey was probably a good colour, but it's just perfect. I think it still looks as good as the day we got it. The cushions on here are from H&M. I always buy my cushions from H&M because they're just, I think they're really great value and really good quality as well. One thing I do is always stuff them with an insert that is bigger than the cushion cover. And I think you can do this pretty much for any brand cushion. If you buy a bigger insert, it just makes them a bit like puffier and nicer. And then this is the newest change, I think. These prints up here, they are from Desenio. I always kind of buy the majority of my prints from Desenio, and I got these when I was working with them a little while ago. I didn't know what to do with this wall because it's actually so huge, but then at the same time, because of this arch, which is a really cool detail, it does make it a bit difficult to find things to fit in it, but I think these go perfectly. I managed to find 4 prints from the same range, from the same kind of collection, which I think looks so good together. They've got this like linen texture almost, and they're just very simple line drawings. I think they look really good here. So that is the room, and that is what it looks like now. So I also wanted to show you some new things in this room, in the bedroom. I just had to turn the lights on because it's so dark at the moment. I kind of forgot that this happens every December, that it just gets impossible to film in natural daylight, and you know, you're gonna get glaring, horrible fluorescent lighting for the rest of this video. So sorry about that. But yeah, so this room hasn't really changed that much. I've just added a few little things in. This was a very neutral room and I loved it, but I kind of wanted to warm it up a little bit for winter, just like add some warmer tones and colours, and also a little bit of artwork because I didn't have anything really like that on the walls in here. So the room, it kind of pretty much looks the same-ish, other than a few extra little details. Over here especially is, nothing's changed actually at all. I've still got my big plant here, which we have a new baby. This one is the newest addition to the leaf family. It's getting pretty huge. I'm thinking I might have to repot it soon. And then all this is still the same, my jewelry and setup, things like that. I still yet to put a mirror up here. That was my original plan. I don't know, it kind of works the way it is. So that is something I still might do. I was thinking about having some shelves here as well. So one of the biggest changes is actually this little unit here, these bedside tables. Now these were another HomeSense steal. We went into HomeSense kind of on a whim. It was a Sunday and we were just pottering around and I saw this and I thought, oh, that's amazing. But I only saw one, so I thought there's not really much point in having one bedside table. But as we walked around, we actually saw that there were 2. So we do have 2 new bedside tables here, and this is amazing. I mean, it kind of is very similar to the rattan unit in the lounge. It has very similar details, maybe apart from like the black legs and things like that. So this I just love, and I had a bedside table, but it was just a very simple like tray table. So having this extra storage is amazing. Like having an actual drawer to put things in is very cool. So these I am so happy with. I think they completely changed the way the room looks and they just finished everything off. You also have a little shelf on the bottom here, which I've just got some magazines on, and a little pot from Tiger. I think that one's from Tiger. I didn't want to put anything too much on here because I can see this getting messy so easily, so I'm trying to keep it quite minimal. The top of this as well, I don't have a lot on. This lamp is one I've had for a really long time actually, and I've just recently moved it into this room. I got it from Iconic Lights, so it wasn't a particularly expensive one, and it gives a really nice warmth to the room because it's got an Edison bulb. It's just like quite a nice warm light. This little vase here is from H&M, and I'm actually reading this again, or rereading it, The Northern Lights from Philip Pullman and his Dark Materials series. We started watching the BBC adaptation of it, and it's so good that it kind of made me want to like pull this out again and relive it. So that is a very nostalgic one at the moment. I also have an Ian McEwan book under here, which I haven't started reading yet. It's Enduring Love. She just can't get enough attention, can she? Absolutely loves the camera. Snaggletooth. These bits are, I think, mostly Home Sense finds as well, and I have a print here just let up against the wall from Desenio, which I had in my old house, and I didn't know if it was going to have a space here, but I put it there ages ago. It just sort of stayed, and I like the way it looks lent up against the wall there. So everything else here is kind of the same as it always was. The bed that I reupholstered is the same. If you guys want to go and watch me attempt to do that, there is a vlog somewhere. And then I actually have added these new prints. So these are also from Desenio. This wall was kind of quite bare and quite blank, and I wanted to add something that had a bit of colour but wasn't gonna like overtake the space completely. So I'm really happy with the size of these. And the prints themselves are just like very simple, minimal line drawings with some colour blocking. And that's the kind of colours, these like warm reds and oranges that I wanted to bring into this room. So those just sit above the bed. And then the lighting on this side is the same. Obviously I have Joe's bedside table with, look, there's a picture of me, what a cutie. And then pillows, again, a H&M Home. And then this throw is kind of what's made the biggest difference in this room, I think. This is also from H&M Home. I love the detail on this. It's very like textured, and you can kind of scrunch it up and it keeps that pattern. Love the colour of this. It kind of goes with the pillow really well, and because we have all white bed linen, which can be quite stark and quite bright, it really does break it up. So yeah, that is a bit of colour that I'm really enjoying. And then this side of the room is kind of similar. I have added a chair. This chair was actually living in my office for a really long time, until I had the big office makeover, and then it needed a new home. This is from IKEA. I don't think they make it anymore, which is a shame because it's such a cool like wire chair. It looks very Scandinavian designy. Also I've got an IKEA sheepskin thrown over that too. And yeah, this has just become my little pointless corner. I actually have a pointless bedroom chair, which is the thing. There is a hashtag. Most of the time this is covered in clothes. I mean, it's just gonna happen, isn't it? I'm actually shocked that there is nothing on this right now. So that is my pointless bedroom chair as modelled by Moon. I kind of want to get some more plants to go around here. This space could probably do with a few more. This is actually a door to the back garden, but we don't really use it. I've only got this one here at the moment, which is my fig, my poor fig. If anybody wanted an update, she's not doing great. There was a brand new leaf. This one here grew really recently and it looks really nice and healthy, but the rest of her, not so much. I've already asked you guys for like countless fig tips, but I don't know if anything's going to change. I might repot it, but I'm putting it off because I don't want to completely kill it off by doing that. So for now, she just sits a little bit sad looking here in the corner. So then on this wall, I also have another print. This is quite a big one. Again, I just had like this expanse of white wall that I wanted to fill with something. And I really like this print. It's a photograph and it looks quite abstract, but it's actually a bird's eye view of some people walking along a beach. That was quite cool to me, and it still looks quite minimal and simple. And it is a very big print. It looks small there, but it's just on quite a big wall. So that's filling that little space nicely. And then the final thing I wanted to show you guys in here is this mirror, and my very casual stay-at-home outfit today. But yes, this mirror, I've had a few questions on this because I've actually been filming a lot of my videos in it, my outfit videos and hauls. So yeah, you wanted to know where this is from, and I got it at Next. I don't usually shop in Next, but I saw that they had this really cool wooden, it's actually like a ladder mirror. I wanted to mount this, but it's actually so heavy, like I can't even lift it. It's definitely a two-person job, so I'm a bit afraid of mounting that on the wall and like ripping the whole wall down by doing so. So at the moment it's just like leant against the wall here, which I like. It could probably do with being a bit higher. You can't actually tell now because of where I'm holding the camera, but
when I walk past this, I basically can only see down. It cuts off the whole top of my head, which is a pain. So if you're anything, I'd say anything under or anything over 5'5", you probably won't be able to use this mirror properly unless you're stood really far away. That is a little bit frustrating. I was thinking of putting it on top of something, like just to raise it up, but I don't really know what to use. Nonetheless, I really like this. I like that it has the same wooden tones as the prints and frames and things like that. There's a lot of wood kind of going on around here. The doors as well are the same. So I think that all ties into one. So yeah, that's how this room is looking now. I wish I could have shown you in the daylight, but that's just not an option right now. So I think I'm gonna leave this vlog here for today. I just wanted to basically give you a little home update, and that's probably rambled on for a really long time. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you're subscribed as well if you do want to keep up with Vlogmas. Like I said, I'm gonna try and upload when I have footage, and we'll see how that goes. But I'm really looking forward to December. I hope you guys are too. And yeah, I'm gonna leave you all here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.